It all started with a missed call. Just one. Seems so small, doesn't it? A single notification on a screen. But that one missed call unraveled a life I thought I knew, a life I thought was mine. My name is Mark, and for 7 years I believed I was the happiest man alive. My wife, Chloe, was my world. We met in college, two bright-eyed kids with big dreams. We built a life together, brick by brick, laugh by laugh. We had a beautiful home in the suburbs, two amazing kids, and a love that I thought was unshakable. I was a software developer, often working late, trying to build a better future for us. Chloe was a freelance graphic designer, which gave her the flexibility to be there for the kids, for which I was eternally grateful. Our life felt like a picture-perfect postcard. We had our routines, our inside jokes, our shared dreams. I thought we were a team, partners in every sense of the word. Looking back, maybe I was just seeing what I wanted to see. Maybe the cracks were there all along, and I just refused to look. The day it all shattered started like any other. I was wrapping up a huge project at work, a project that had consumed me for months. I was exhausted but excited. It was a Friday and I'd promised Chloe and the kids a weekend getaway. No phones, no laptops, just us. I remember sending her a text that morning. "Almost there. Can't wait for our weekend. Love you," she replied with a string of heart emojis. Simple, normal, perfect. I finally got home around 7 p.m. later than planned. The house was quiet. Too quiet. A note was on the kitchen counter. "Hey hon, kids are at my mom's for a sleepover. Had a last-minute client emergency. Have to go into the city for a meeting. I'll be back late. Don't wait up. Love, C." My heart sank a little. I was so looking forward to seeing them. But I understood. Her work could be demanding. I trusted her. Why wouldn't I? I made myself a simple dinner, ate it while watching some mindless TV, and tried to shake off the disappointment. Around 10 p.m. I decided to head to bed. As I was plugging my phone in, I noticed Chloe had left her tablet on the nightstand. It was odd. She usually took it everywhere. I shrugged, figuring she was in a hurry. Then, the screen lit up. A notification. A missed call from a contact named Alex G. I didn't think much of it at first. Alex G could be anyone. A client, a friend from her yoga class. But then, a text message followed from the same number. My heart started to pound in my chest. I know, I shouldn't have looked. But a strange, cold feeling washed over me, a gut instinct I couldn't ignore. I picked up the tablet. The message preview on the lock screen was just a few words, but they were enough to stop my breath. "Last night was incredible. Can't stop thinking about you. See you soon." My world tilted on its axis. Last night? But she was home last night. We had dinner together, watched a movie. I replayed the previous evening in my head, searching for any sign, anything out of the ordinary. Nothing. It was a completely normal Thursday. My mind was racing. Who was Alex G? What did last night mean? It had to be a mistake, a wrong number, a misunderstanding. There were a million logical explanations, right? But that cold, sick feeling in my stomach told me otherwise. Driven by a desperate need for answers, for the truth to be anything but what I was imagining, I did something I never thought I'd do. My hands were shaking as I unlocked her tablet. Her password was our anniversary. The irony was like a physical blow. I went straight to her messages. The thread with Alex G wasn't long, but it was devastating. It was a story of secret meetings, whispered plans, and passionate encounters. They talked about close calls, about my long hours at work, about their special place. The message about last night was just the latest in a series of exchanges that stretched back for months. It turned out last night wasn't about a secret rendezvous. It was about a phone call they'd shared after I'd gone to sleep. They'd talked for over an hour, planning their next meeting. The client emergency tonight? That was him. That was Alex. I felt like I couldn't breathe. The room was spinning. Every message was a dagger to the heart. I saw photos they'd exchanged, pet names they called each other. This wasn't a one-time mistake. This was a double life. A complete, calculated betrayal. The woman I loved, the mother of my children, was a stranger. The foundation of my entire life was a lie. I sat there on the edge of our bed, the bed we shared, for what felt like hours, just staring at the screen. I scrolled through years of our photos together, our wedding, the birth of our children, family vacations. Was any of it real? Did she ever love me? The pain was indescribable. It was a physical ache, a hollowness in my chest that felt like it would swallow me whole. I felt rage, then profound sadness, then just emptiness. When I heard her car pull into the driveway after midnight, a strange calm came over me. The storm inside me had quieted, leaving behind a cold, hard resolve. She walked in, smiling, and started to tell me about her terrible client meeting. She looked at me and her smile faltered. "Mark, is everything okay? You look pale." I didn't say a word. I just turned the tablet screen towards her. The open message thread with Alex G. was glowing in the dark room. I watched as every bit of color drained from her face. The mask she had worn for so long finally fell away, revealing the stranger underneath. The silence was deafening. In that moment, with just one look, everything was said. Our life, our future, our family. It was all shattered by one missed call that revealed a truth I never wanted to know. The conversation that followed was the hardest of my life. There were tears, denials, and then, finally, confessions. The truth was ugly and painful. Alex G. was Alex Grant, a guy she'd met at the gym. It started as a friendship, she said, an escape from the monotony of daily life. An escape? I was working myself to the bone for our family, for her. The betrayal cut so deep. The days and weeks that followed were a blur of pain and difficult decisions. We separated. The process of telling our children was agonizing. How do you explain to them that the world they know is falling apart? There's no easy way. But through it all, I focused on them, on being their rock when their world was shaking. It's been a year now. Rebuilding a life from scratch is incredibly hard. Some days, the anger and hurt still feel fresh. But I'm also finding a new kind of strength. I'm focusing on myself, on my kids, on healing. I've learned that trust, once broken, can be nearly impossible to repair. But I've also learned that I am resilient. I am more than my broken marriage. My story is a painful one, but I hope by sharing it, it can serve as a reminder to always cherish and communicate with the ones you love. And more importantly, to trust your gut. Sometimes, the smallest signs can point to the biggest truths. Life doesn't always go as planned, but we have the power to write our own next chapter. My new chapter is just beginning. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've been through something similar, know that you are not alone and that healing is possible. Please consider liking this video and subscribing for more stories about life, loss, and the strength we find in moving forward. Take care of yourselves.